For many parents, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
However, most students might possibly disagree, being that we are smack dab in the middle of back to school season, and no matter how you feel about that school bell ringing again, there's probably one thing that we can all agree on. We want to see our students succeed.
And we're getting some help with that today from Thinking and Doing, or TAD, teacher with Wicomico County. This is Kelly Hamilton. Welcome back to the Historic Studio.
I love being here and seeing you too.
All right, so let's talk about this. Another school year. You actually have 5 simple steps to, I want to make sure I get this right, to school success, starting with just a simple conversation.
Yeah, so, you know, it's hard to believe, but the school year is upon us. We see the back to school commercials. They start earlier and earlier each summer. I know they do. But when students start seeing that, when children start seeing those commercials, anxiety seeps in.
Right.
They get a little nervous about what is going to happen. What's the new school year going to be like? The fear of the unknown. We all have that. And so as parents, I say there's 5 simple things you can do to help ease some of that anxiety, and it's important to do that. And it's just having conversations with your children. So I would keep the conversation as positive as possible. So start by saying, what are you looking forward to with this new school year? And it could be as simple as they move to the big playground. They've been on the small playground, the big playground. They could be really into art, and so they might be looking forward to the art classes and what's going to happen during art time. And so just really keeping that very positive, talking about your experiences at school. Now, in those conversations, if some fears kind of seep in, you definitely want to listen to those fears, and you want to address those and reassure them that at the end of the day, we're always here for you. Mom and Dad are always here for you. We have your back, so it's going to go well. We know it's going to go well.
So you're encouraging families to also attend back to school events.
Yes, and so that is really where most of the fears set in is, am I going to like my teacher?
Right.
Am I going to have some friends in my class? How will I know where to go? Where's the bathroom? And so every school system offers back to school or orientation nights, pre-K through high school. And this is an opportunity to kind of brace all those fears because they meet their teacher. The first day of school is very regimented and routine, and it's an opportunity to be more laid back, have a laid back conversation, talk about what you did in the summer. You get to see where the students get to see where they're going to be seated. They look around the name tags for friends they know, and as soon as they see a few names that they recognize, all that washes away. And we see them come into back to school nights with anxiety. They're looking around, they're nervous, but they leave laughing and giggling and cheerful. And so that's what those times are for. 15 minutes at a back to school night is well worth the time.
Absolutely. All right. Early to bed, early to rise.
It's the old time saying, you know, we need to get ready for that routine. In the summer, our sleep schedule gets lax. We go to bed a little bit later and we wake up a little bit later. But that really needs to change. And it can't be the day before school starts where we're like, oh, it's 8 o'clock bedtime. We know students need a good night's rest, and they need about 9 to 11 hours of sleep each night, which seems like a lot, but it's what they need.
Right.
As teachers, we know when they're not well rested. They're not successful, and it's not a good day for anybody. And so start gradually, 15 minutes tonight, and then maybe next week another 15 minutes, backing up that bedtime. If you want to sleep by 9, go to bed around 8, 8:30, have a routine, and then set that alarm for 7 a.m. for them to wake up.
New school supplies.
That was always my favorite.
Right?
That's my favorite as a teacher. I was out shopping yesterday for my new school supplies, and it really does put you in the mood. It gets you a little excited. But beyond that, it does help with responsibility. If I've picked it out and I love it, I'm going to take better care of it.
Okay.
Also, it's really amazing. I love watching this happen in the classroom when they, the first day, start unpacking their supplies, and I look across the room and someone else has a Ravens folder and I love the Ravens. All of a sudden there's a friendship that's built right there. Oh, you like the Ravens too? Who's your favorite player? I see someone has a pink unicorn on their folder. Then you automatically, naturally have formed these relationships. You have something to talk about. So if you didn't have an opening, now you can talk to somebody because you see like interest. And so just those little things help build relationships. Also, make sure they're responsible for packing up those supplies in their backpack, because if you can start with organization in the beginning and they can follow throughout the rest of the school year, you laugh because our backpacks came home with papers everywhere, but that organization really is a key to success for the entire year.
And your 5th tip, because we're running out of time here, is to explain to the child what's going to happen on that first day.
Kind of give them a mental image about the day, a mental movie. So in the morning, Dad's going to drop you off, And then your teachers will take you up to the classroom at lunchtime, open up your lunchbox. There's a special surprise that Dad and I left in there for you. In the afternoon, you're gonna ride the bus, but don't worry, Mom will be at the bus stop waiting for you. So during the day, when they're sensing some anxiety coming on, they can think, okay, if I can just get to lunch, I'll see that surprise. Oh, I know when I get off the bus, Mom's gonna be there. And be there.
Yeah.
And
Be there. Be there.
Absolutely.
Because if you're not, it's really difficult to fix
Yeah.
that after the first few weeks.
Wicomico County Teacher Kelly Hamilton, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Great
Thanks for having me.
advice.
Yep.